One thing that really bothers me when I open the hatch is this parcel shelf and the C-pillars. As you can see, they are worn out and torn up. So today, I'm gonna attempt to fix it. This parcel shelf has almost 40 years of wear and tear, so the fibers are brittle, and more obviously, due to the sun damage, I can't even tell what the original color is supposed to be. I got this dark gray fabric spray to help restore the color, but first I want to try to put a small, subtle logo on it to make it fun. So what I kind of want to do is somehow incorporate this turbo logo onto the carpeting. Right now this is just a picture, but I want to 3D print this. So first I found this PNG, which is the image file, into a STL file, and I was able to make it kind of look like this. So this here is the STL file, and so technically all I have to do now is to import this into a CAD software, which is, I'm working with Tinkercad. So I'm gonna import this into there, and I don't know if this will work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Oh, there it is. It is tiny. Yeah, I think this will work because what's important is the underside. It's gonna make the imprint on the carpet. As far as the placement of the logo, I think I'm gonna put it right here on the right corner. As far as the size goes, maybe let's make it a nice even 65 millimeters. I think around there, that much roughly would be pretty good. All right, there it is on the printer. Let's see how this goes. What? Well, it looks like the wheel spokes part is too thin, so I'm gonna make it a little more thin. All right, there's number 1, number 2, and number 3. I ended up having to do it a lot thicker than the first, but with that said, I think this is good enough. Obviously, the more legitimate way to restore this shelf is to peel off the old fabric and lay down a new one, but before I go and spend more money, I was just curious how this spray method would look. If it ends up looking terrible, I can always peel it off and do it right later. Since it doesn't have any sticky residue or foreign materials in it, I just gave it a quick wipe down with a soft brush and... Oh man, all this fabric's just coming right off. That's not good. It's not even that hard of a brush. I think I'll just do it with my hands then. I think all the fabric became brittle because of the sun. I don't want to lose too much fabric. But the edges here, I think I do need to get rid of. Just to make it look tidy. Well, that right there is the original color. Alright, so what I'm planning to do is first spray this black and then put this over it and then spray with the gray, and I think that'll leave a black imprint of this logo on the carpet. I'm using the same brand, black vinyl and fabric coating, and then I'm gonna go over it with the gray as the main color. It's always good to ruffle up the fibers in between coatings so that the paint gets on there evenly. I was kind of debating whether I should put the logo this way or like this way. I think this way is actually better. Yeah, because this is a straight edge. This is not a straight edge, so it kind of looks off if I do it like that. I think I'll do it like this. Well, that looks pretty terrible, but it's only the first coat, so I gotta trust the process. All right, boys, it is the moment of truth. Is it gonna look good or bad? Woo! I think that looks pretty good. It's very subtle. You won't see it unless you look for it, which is exactly what I was trying to go for. Removing the C-pillar panel is pretty easy. One bolt for the seat belt, and 3 Torx screws for the rear window popper. Then it should come right off. These panels were in very rough shape, and it's so brittle that even the slightest touch absolutely wrecks them. Look at that. So easy to just destroy. I don't know how this one comes off, but I do know I have to paint it the same color as the Parcel shelf because it's part of it. Oh great, it broke. It's okay. How am I supposed to take off this seat belt? What the? That's a hole to the outside. Hey, gotta love 80s cars. Alright, now that the seatbelt bolt is undone, I should be able to just put it through here. Wait, how am I supposed to take the belt out of here? Well, since I can't take the seatbelt out of the panel, I think the best way to do this is to just put it like this and paint it here. Yeah, because there's no way I can get this big thing into that. Actually, wait. I'm stupid. Wait. Oh. Okay, well, let me use my brain for a second. Okay, if I do that, then I can just put everything through this bigger hole, and I should be able to... Oh yeah! Nice. Well, I ran out of fabric spray, so I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's real quick with my boy. After reloading on some paint, I repeated the process with the side pieces. I also got some flat black to paint the speaker grill, which unsurprisingly was in bad shape too, and I think they came out quite good. Alright, so that speaker trim is done. And next is the C-pillar trim, and this is kind of where the project kind of snowballs into something a lot bigger, because this C-pillar material is supposed to be the same as the headliner, and my headliner, you can see it, is in rough shape to say the least. So I don't have the headliner material right now, and I need that in order to do the C-pillars. And if I'm gonna do that, I might as well do the headliner too, because I heard it's a real pain in the butt. So while I have all the trims out, I might as well do the headliner. And lately here in Tennessee, it's been below freezing because, you know, we had that crazy winter storm. We didn't get hit as much as the other places, but it's still really cold, and I just don't have the energy to do that right now. So I'm gonna have to postpone that to the next video. And hopefully by then, the weather will be a lot warmer. So with that, Vader 900 is that much closer to being perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay warm, and I'll see you guys on the next one.